Hey, Dr. Mike here. So if you live in Australia and you're under 16, internet, online, bye-bye, it's all gone. What do you think about that? Should it happen here in the United States? We'll stick around for our next discussion.
You're listening to Live Foreverish, a show dedicated to helping you live just a little longer. Here's your hosts, Dr. Mike and Dr. Crystal Gossard.
All right, welcome to Live Foreverish. So, Dr. Crystal, I'm sure you've heard the news.
I have.
So in Australia, I think it was younger than 16, right? I think that's what it was, where you can't. And I don't think you can. I don't know the whole details of it. I don't know if there's some restriction to it, but pretty much social media, those kind of channels, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, are not going to be accessible if you're under 16.
Yes, I heard this report on the news, and my first impression was, this is fantastic. But then all of the legal analysts, they were trying to figure out, okay, how is this going to be truly regulated? What counts as social media? Because many platforms have a social component now that's not like a true social media platform. So so that's something I think they're working through, is really defining what would be considered a social platform. But, I read something, I think last week there were some headlines about children who use social media. I believe it's before the age of 13 or so, somewhere around those kind of preteen years, have increased risk of depression, anxiety, even suicide.
Yeah, you shared that with me
and
recently.
It makes you rethink things and trying to figure out what's really happening.
I don't know what's really happening, but it's not surprising that these are kind of the results we're seeing in some of the research now. I think there's a lot. I think let's come back to that, because I have some ideas there.
Okay.
But back to the just real quick on the Australian thing.
Uh-huh.
So I did learn, because one of the first things I thought is, how do they know? And so apparently now, when you go to these sites in Australia, you have to have facial recognition on your device. And they're going by your face. So, because you got to imagine, I'll just steal my dad's login information, create maybe like another you know what I mean? Like I'm already thinking like a kid.
Right.
Like, how am I going to? But apparently you can't even get into that part until it analyzes your face.
And
or something
I think
like that. AI.
Here's what I think about that, Dr. Mike. Any kid that would go that far to those lengths to try to be on social media, there are some bigger problems that needs to be dealt with. So I think global, if you think, I guess, the majority of people won't be able to
but wait,
beat the system.
It's funny you just said it that way, because I get what you're saying, but I was the type of kid, even if I hated social media, just to try it, I would try to figure out a way to get around it. And I would steal passwords.
What does that say?
But anyways, okay. So,
but you kind of get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, no, I totally do. So, but anyways, so that was like the first thing I thought was, how do you control that access?
Yeah,
that's not easy to do. So that's one thing that's interesting. But then there was, I don't know who it was. I gotta be honest with you. It was some commentary on some news show, whatever. And this guy, he just asked a very simple question to this panel. He was like, well, why in a sense can't we have two internets? Or two, internet's not the right, I keep saying internet, two like social channels. Mm-hmm. Like every time you come into TikTok, based on your age, you're given the appropriate TikTok.
Well, it's not about the inappropriate content. I think the concept is more about the fact that people use social media to brag. They show the best of themselves, even if it's innocent. Like, even if it's, the kid who is kind of showing off their toys and doing their toy review. Yes, that's kid friendly. You don't have to worry about.
But some other kid didn't have that and they feel bad.
But some other kids. So it's really that's where the anxiety and the depression is trying to. It creates this competitive world where people often feel like they don't have enough.
Well, that was going to be when you brought that up, that was going to be my point coming back, was that I think with the kids, it isn't so much being online, it's more them seeing stuff like them trying to live up to something, some standard, some look they can't. We know bullying happens for some of them online. So I don't know if it's, like, you're right. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a kid talking about his toys, but you got to imagine there's a lot of other kids his age looking at that saying, "Well, I don't have any toys." I think
it's that. I think it's so complex. I also think about although it's called social media, these kids truly, you get them in person with real people, and they are lacking social skills.
They immediately look for their phone.
So that's the other piece. It's like you're spending your time on this digital space that now you're sort of disconnected from those people.
Just coming into work this morning. Right, because
having to see Dr. Crystal,
no, that's not true at all. I'm coming down, so one of the roads I have to come down at that Airbnb I'm at. It's a neighborhood, a bunch of kids, and there's groups of them waiting for the buses.
Oh, I've seen this.
I'm driving down the road. And, and wherever they meet is an intersection, so there's stop signs. So I got to stop, and I can see them. Every single one of them not talking to each other. They're on a phone. Some of them are sitting, some of them are standing, but they're all doing this.
Yeah.
No interaction.
It's a breakdown of society, I think.
They don't know each other, and they literally are neighbors. We used to play ding-dong ditch with our neighbors, and maybe that was a bad way. We did, but
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
just
tag and whatever, and and I'm not kidding you. You go to the next stop sign, it almost is like a repeat. You're like, am I in the Matrix? Is there a glitch here? It's the same thing.
Yeah, and you think about what that's doing to neurological development. Like I think we are going to look in the future and see that it had a big negative effect on overall health.
I'll tell you what, we're interested to know what you think. Let us know if you think, number one, the Australian law is correct. Number two, should the United States do something like that? Do you have any opinions of how that access should be controlled? Is it just the social channels? Should we just have social channels for kids? Would that matter anyways? So we would love to hear what you guys think about this. You go to liveforeverish.com. You can leave comments. Let us know what you think about Australia and that legislation. Should the U.S. adopt something like this? How do you implement it? How do you police it? All those kind of things.
Without encroaching on someone's privacy.
Exactly. That's all that has to be there, right? Yeah. So let us know what you think. And then I also kind of want your opinion. So again, leave it at liveforeverish.com in a comment about the impact of all of this. Do you agree with Dr. Crystal and I that it's kind of sad? It's in the images that these kids are trying to live up to, and the competition, and then not even really socializing in real life.
Right. And then how all of that impacts health and wellness.
Yeah. What do you think? Let us know, all at liveforeverish.com. And when you're there, by the way, tons of other episodes you could download, like, share, comment, and review. We love the reviews. Oh, yes. Would really appreciate that. And then our sponsor,
Life Extension wants to say thank you with a discount code podcast. Head over to lifeextension.com. Look around, shop around, add something to your cart. Type in that code podcast to receive 10% off $50 or more, plus free shipping and handling.
I'm Dr. Mike. That's
Dr. Crystal.
Thanks for listening.